27 degrees now at 8:09. We're Wall Radio, and I have to say welcome to my guest in the studio. You missed us last month, but you're back now. Steve Jardine is here from Johnston's Toyota and Johnston's Subaru.
Hello. Good morning, Kate. How are you?
I'm good. Now, I saw something on Facebook today, and I saved it so that I could read it to you. Let me see if I can get to the right page. Okay, one of my friends posted, probably only the first time of many to follow, but today I passed an electric car parked on the shoulder being helped by a service truck that brought a gas-powered generator to do a roadside charge. and
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of that.
Her daughter was with her, and she said they made it within about 150 yards of the charging station. And then somebody else posted, well, my Tesla sends me to chargers based on where I am, where I'm going. Honestly, I feel like you'd have to try to hit 0%. So the debate still goes on.
Oh, yeah. I have anxiety, range anxiety on a car with gas, let alone the electric ones and stuff.
Oh, are you one of those people that has to fill up once it goes below half?
I switch cars a lot at work, so they're always got some gas in them and stuff. But
yeah.
No, we the debate goes on, and I don't know if you I didn't come last month, but I missed it last month.
I know we missed you too.
Yeah, but a lot in the last couple of months, if you're watching the news and stuff like that, the demand for the full electric is kind of going down now that a bunch of different brands are coming out with more electric models, and they're sitting around and people are not buying them. They're not. Like we talked about before, the Toyota Prius is a hybrid.
Yes, a hybrid is a different
the way
animal.
to go. Yeah. And the Prius came out in 1999 as a 2000 and the 2001 model year. It came out in Japan first, but that was 24 car years ago. You know what I mean? And people still come into the dealership and go, "What's a hybrid?" And the car's been out for 24 years. So for, people going to switch all over to electric in the next 2 or 3 years and stuff is quite a bit unrealistic and not going to happen.
Later on this same Facebook thread, somebody posted, I think that we are in the equivalent of the Model T days for electric vehicles. And I figured that was something you would agree with. Yeah.
Yeah, no. And Toyota has been very, very, very vocal on the fact that, hybrids and plug-in hybrids are the way to go. So, next year, the Camry, the 2025 Camry, which they launched the other week or so, is only going to have a hybrid engine. And it's only, a Camry getting 52 miles at a gallon. So,
well, that doesn't stink.
Right.
Yeah.
So the gas version today gets 30-something, and the hybrid version that they're they have a hybrid version now, but they'll only have a hybrid version that gets 50-something miles at a gallon. So, that's a step in the right direction, going from 30 to 50, and that helps the environment, it helps the pollution thing, and all that type of stuff. But the full electric, you can take one full electric car has as much raw materials and the raw materials for 6 plug-in hybrids or 90 regular hybrids. So you could build 90 Camry hybrids compared to one Tesla.
With the energy that it takes.
With the same raw materials that they're pulling out of the ground, the lithium, yada, yada, yada. And, the big thing with the electric is, it doesn't give off pollution. But, 90 hybrid Camrys do a much better job than one electric car as far as saving, emissions and carbon and all that type of stuff. So I think, it's a big political issue, and it's a little crazy. But, Toyota's they're not jumping in with both feet. And right now, over the last couple of months, the articles that I'm reading, everybody's jealous of Toyota, that Toyota was like, we're not jumping in full electric. And it's really going to be beneficial for Toyota, I think, in my opinion.
Okay. Well, yes, and you've expressed this opinion. You've not wavered one bit.
No, I haven't wavered
one bit. You do a
bit.
lot of reading on it, obviously.
Well, it's part of what I do.
You have to know.
I have a full electric Toyota and a full electric Subaru. Toyota makes the full electric Subaru. And I drive them, and I have solar panels on the back of my house. And, and I plug in my car, and it costs me nothing to charge my car. It costs me nothing to, electrify my house and stuff. And I drive back and forth to work. I don't use any gas if I use that car. But, later this week, I'm going to go see my brother in Boston. I can't use that car to
It doesn't have the range.
So I have to have another car in the driveway. And, how many people have a $50,000 car and another $50,000 car and could afford solar panels? And, and the other day I went to New York City and we're driving in a car, 4 guys, and we went down to see the Ranger game and whatever. And I said, see that big building right there? I wonder how many people live in that building, 500. Well, if there was 500 electric cars, where are we going to plug in 500 electric cars?
Well, people in this city, in Manhattan, I used to work there for a while, and so many of my coworkers didn't know how to drive and didn't care. So, you have that. But what it took me a while to figure out, though, was a hybrid vehicle, which runs partly on electrical power and partly on gas, is different from an all-electric car. The electricity is made differently, isn't it? Like in a hybrid, every time you touch the brakes, you're recharging the battery. Is that right?
When decelerating, it'll regenerate. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
so that's
not
like I said.
the way it works in an all-electric car.
No, and an all-electric car is like a golf cart. It's just a bunch of batteries. So like a Tesla.
Just a bunch of batteries. That's okay.
So a Tesla or a Toyota electric car or a whatever other brand, it doesn't matter, weighs as much as 2 RAV4s, let's say.
Yeah, and it rips up the roadways a little bit more
so
for the
you
weights.
You got a car that weighs 8,000, 9,000 pounds.
Don't run over your foot with that.
Right. So take, for example, like you said, a parking garage in New York City. You can only park so many 8,000 or 9,000 pound cars in a parking garage. Otherwise,
a stacked up multi-story garage. Ooh, oh boy.
So there's a whole bunch of things that, the political end. Maybe it's like, oh, we got to save the planet, and yeah,
we do.
I agree.
Yeah,
I 100% agree. But let's start with get rid of the 30 mile per gallon Camry and get by the 50 mile per gallon Camry, and I'm doing my part.
Let's improve.
Yeah.
Rather than radically change.
Right, because I've said this before. If I sell you a Tundra that gets 15 miles a gallon, I sell you a Prius that gets 50 miles a gallon type of thing. The average car in the United States, let's for argument's sake, gets 20 miles per gallon. If everybody buys something that gets a little better gas mileage, now everybody's averaging 22 miles a gallon, let's just say. That saves 10% of the fuel we have to buy from a foreign country. If everybody
Easy math, yeah.
If everybody averaged 24 miles a gallon and they bought more hybrid Camrys and more hybrid RAVs rather than gas RAVs and gas Camrys, and everybody's averaging 24 miles a gallon, there's 20% less fuel we have to buy from other foreign countries, and we could be more energy efficient. And, the emissions that 90 hybrid Camrys give off is much better and saves much more carbon than one electric car.
Wow.
And there's less stuff to dig out of the ground. And what do we dig minerals out of the ground with? Big diesel tractors.
Oh. Yes.
That use a lot of fuel. And then those minerals get put on a diesel truck that get driven to a factory to make the batteries that are going to save us gas.
So many people seem to think that electricity is like utterly clean and it's made by unicorns or something, and that there are no emissions because you don't see smoke, you don't smell exhaust when you run an electric vehicle. But actually, to power the electric plants requires something else.
Lots of solar panels, which are driving here from Middletown looking off Route 84. There's a lot of ugly solar fields on the right there. Orange and Rockland's going to say, all right, we need to build a bigger factory to, it's just they're not thinking it through.
We are Model T stage.
We're Model T stage. Like I said, the Prius been out for 24 years, and we have to explain how a hybrid works with a gas engine and an electric engine working in unison, and that sort of thing. But baby steps, and I think Toyota's got the right approach, and Toyota owns 20% of Subaru.
I know you've always been proud to be a Toyota
Oh my goodness,
dealer.
it's 40 years I've been doing it, and
Yep.
it's been wonderful. It's been a wonderful life, but the company is just amazing. It's just an amazing company. So like, you know, that
And they send you to the Super Bowl every year.
just about.
Man, you're so lucky. We need to take a quick break. Steve Jardine is here from Johnston's Toyota and Johnston's Subaru on Wall Radio. It's 8:21, 28 degrees at Wall Radio. 28. Oh, that's better than when I got in this morning. Yeah, not so bad.
When I got in my car this morning, you said it was 24, so
Yes.
it's balmy out there now. Wow.
Balmy. Oh, what a great word. Steve Jardine is here from Johnston's Toyota and Johnston's Subaru. So it's share the love time, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll switch over to the Subaru hat now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Subaru has the Share the Love event going on. It started mid-November, and it goes to the end of December. I think maybe the first couple of days of January. I'm not 100% sure. But they donate $250 for every new car that we sell, and we match it with a 25% match on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
And that money we're raising this year is for two local charities, the Montgomery Food Pantry and Town of Montgomery Ambulance Corps. And there's 4 other national charities, and I'm going to screw it up and forget their names, so I'm not even going to bother. It's on my radio ad.
It's
You'll hear
on
it
your
later.
radio commercial. One was Meals on Wheels.
Yeah.
And
Make-A-Wish,
yeah.
Park Service, and something else. But we twist everybody's arm and
And try to keep it local.
make it local, because
Yeah.
there's 650 dealers across the country, so if every dealer gives a little bit of money to Make-A-Wish and stuff like that, they'll be fine. But we'd like to do it to the local charity, and last year we raised $51,000 for them. Yeah, and we're hoping to surpass that this year. So
And that's with a low selection of cars. I mean, you had a hard time getting hold
Yeah.
of inventory last year.
last year we had inventory issues. The inventory is coming in now, and we plan on doing over 100 cars this month. So doing the math, we should have raised about $30,000 so far this month. And if we do it again next month, it'll be another $30,000. So we're hoping to hit $60,000. And these two charities will split it 50-50, and they'll hopefully help a lot of people and buy a lot of medical supplies, because they're expensive, and
Yes.
food's expensive.
It sure is.
And a lot of people, over the last year or something like that, a couple of the government programs have kind of dwindled away, so there's more people looking for food this year than there was last year and stuff. So
That's, yesterday was throw away your Thanksgiving leftovers day.
oh yeah,
But I bet because of the price of foods, a lot of people haven't done that yet.
yeah, right,
Yeah. But you're helping out that food pantry and also the
Mhm.
volunteer ambulance corps. Nice to hear.
Yeah, no, it's a great event and stuff. And like you were saying, with inventory, both stores now have cars to see and drive and all of that type of stuff. And the nice part is as the inventory builds up, the manufacturers are now got to start competing against each other for stuff. So they mid-month came out with 2.9 financing and
Deals. Such a deal.
deals and all of that type of stuff. So we were never above MSRP at Subaru, and a lot of dealers were 5,000 over, and all that. And now there's inventory, and the prices are coming down. The interest rates are getting better, and the word has it that over the next 6 months, interest rates in general will start coming back down and whatnot. So it's a good time.
What
whatever.
is the most fun car to drive that you've got for sale right now in both of your dealerships, in Subaru and in Toyota? Which one is the most fun? For whatever reason, you're allowed to be completely arbitrary here.
Well, a lot of people would say WRX or Supra or something like that, and they're fun, but the fun wears off after a little bit and stuff.
After you
More
get a
of the-
couple of tickets.
Yeah, a couple of tickets and whatnot, but I like more of the trucks, any of the trucks.
I had a call yesterday from somebody who said they just bought a new Crosstrack.
Yeah.
With an HD radio, and
Oh,
they love it. Love it.
Oh, I think we sold 45 of them last month or whatever. Yeah, that car is, the $30,000 price point, all-wheel drive, great gas mileage, good looks. It's It's a lot of car for the money, and we very popular for us on the Subaru side.
Actually,
for
you
sure.
gave me a Crosstrek as a loaner car when you were working on mine
Oh, okay.
one time,
What'd you
and
think?
I liked it a
Except it wasn't
lot.
manual transmission, and so you hated it, right?
No, I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was it's kind of funky looking. It reminded me of my old Pontiac Aztec a little
Right.
bit.
You told me about
That
the
was
Aztec.
ugly car. I like distinctive
The
cars.
official car of Survivor, right? Wasn't it?
Oh, I
Remember?
don't know.
Yeah, it was Survivor when it came out. The Aztec was the
Oh,
official car
and I
over
keep
some.
meaning to ask you, have you ever seen that movie that I recommended to you? Old movie, Used
No.
Cars.
Oh yeah, used car with Kurt Russell.
Yes,
A
yes.
Mile of Cars. Yeah, the Mile of Cars. Yeah, yeah.
Great movie.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a lot of fun of it. And we were talking about that the other day. I got 150 employees or whatever, and there's some quirky people in the car business, And I've been doing it for 40 years, so we just sit around and laugh at employees that we used to have, and this situation
I bet you have some
happened.
great stories about.
I don't know why they don't make more movies and more sitcoms about it. You just got to hear 4 or 5 stories from me, 4 or 5 stories from the Healy's, and 4 or 5 stories from Soreski, and you could put together a
And you've
year's
got a
worth of comedy.
season.
Yeah, you got a
yeah.
whole season like in 10 minutes, but a lot of, just crazy, service department stories and, just crazy people and fun stuff.
Yes, oh boy, I remember a story that a mechanic told me. Um, that the complaint was when the people turned on the heat up high, there was popcorn inside the
Oh,
vents,
sure. Yeah,
and it would pop out
that's
through the
rodent.
vents.
That's a rodent issue. Yeah. Well, that's well, yeah, we might as well do a public service announcement. It's that time of year and
Oh, critters! Yes,
critters. So I sponsor the Bethel Woods Museum, and I give them a lovely Subaru Forester,
it is lovely. Yes,
and it's all wrapped with peace signs and all that type of stuff. And the car wasn't starting the other day, and they were having issues and whatnot. And I said, well, obviously bring it down to the dealership or wherever. We had to have it towed down and everything, and it doesn't get much use this time of year, and
so the critters move in, field mice move in and
they
make
chewed
themselves
up
comfortable.
the wiring harness, and we found
What
8.
can you do? Can you put mothballs in your engine or something?
It's so random, and the air filter's all filled with acorns, and the wires are all chewed, and once one wire hit another wire and zap and out,
And it's done. Yeah.
yeah, pop the circuit break, whatever whatever the car term
And the other
is
thing
there.
we have to remind people is get your snow tires.
Yeah, get your tires.
Yep.
We got them.
Okay.
Price match guarantee with anybody in town. We don't care. And we don't care if you have a Toyota or Subaru. We'll sell you tires if you have a Ford or a Chevy. We don't mind.
Oh, you're so
we work on
open-minded,
everything.
Steve. We're so glad.
I just the first time that you announced that there might be a snowstorm, 38 people are lined up outside some tire shop.
Clamoring, beating on the door, saying, "Let me in and give me my snow tires."
Yeah, and
yeah.
meanwhile, just be a little prepared. And but again, that's the time of year where prepare for the snow tires, prepare for rodents eating your wiring harness, and prepare for your tire light going on, because as it gets colder, your air is going to go down, and you're going to get to work, and your tire light's going to be on, and you're going to.
You
be
never
able...
refer to that as an idiot light, but I always do.
No.
You're too nice.
I can't.
No, you can't. No.
I got to sell cars to people. I
Okay.
can't call them idiots. I don't know.
No, they're idiot lights. I get
Idiot
the
lights.
Now, see,
idiot
I'm
lights.
one of those people that I drive my car. You were talking about how you never let the gas get too low. I don't fill up my tank until the gas idiot light goes on.
Okay.
So I'm that other kind. I no excuses. Hey, Steve, we're done. I'm sorry.
wow.
We ran out of time already.
Goes by so quick.
I know it does every time. You'll be back next month, though,
Yeah,
right?
will be around Christmas. So yeah, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays and all of that.
I'll have a Santa hat
Depending
for you to
on
wear.
what you're celebrating, but we'll be back a month from now. We'll talk some more.
Thanks so much for being here, Steve.
All right, cool.
Steve Jardine, Johnston's Toyota and Johnston Subaru on Wall Radio. It's 8:30. Let's do a news update.